Paul, it was nice to finish the season with a win, but Knockbreda were obviously going to come here today and make it difficult. What they did do for Parts, maybe started off quite slow. Would you agree on that one?
Well, you expect them to come out of the blocks because they have to try and get the one, and they did. They scored after a couple of minutes. And in all these sequence of games in the last 5, we've went behind in all the games, so we weren't against that, and it happened again.
Kind of like New England a few weeks ago, wasn't it? You say it was kind of like that game when they went 3 up.
So all the games we did, Stuart, we went behind. Went behind, lost to Derby, went behind, lost to Ballinard. So it's just been that kind of end of season approach, which has been quite casual, laid back. But in fairness, then we dug it out, and then we went on at half time 2-1. Again, we weren't happy, so we spoke about things, about them taking ownership of certain things. And we can see this right at the start of the second half, they make it 2 each. But again, in fairness, we dug it out, and Matthew scored a good goal. In fairness, he's an outstanding goal scoring season. Just disappointed he didn't get the award at the end of the day, because I think Sally scored 4 today against.
He scored 4, yeah.
Dundela, which is unreal, like, when you think about it. But in fairness, it's been a good, since I've come on, particularly around the start of December, there's been a good turnaround, and we finished the season fairly strong, and I'm really pleased. The players have been excellent.
As you just touched on their run, we went on there from December right through. I mean, was it 14 games or something without a defeat? And then we had the great run in the Irish Cup. It was a good spell, and it was a great confidence booster leading in towards where we finished in the season.
Well, the players are learning certain aspects now, what it is to be a Welders team player. So we're still in that transition, in fairness, but you're right, the emotion through them games, particularly the home form, has been first class.
Yeah.
But teams now know about us, and they're coming there with a better plan, more determination, and we have to be ready for that. But as I said, some of the players, since we've come on, have really turned, and the new players have settled in quite well. More to come from them because they're all at a good age. And we're really looking forward now to getting the rest and getting cracking on pre-season.
There's a great bond amongst the boys. Would you agree with that? I mean, especially since January, since you just said they're bringing the boys in. So at the end, they're talking to them in the pitch, which we've never seen all season. Obviously, had a wee quick word with them at the end. I mean, the boys have a special bond there. I mean, it's been a great run of form. Obviously, we've had a few defeats in between that, but I mean, the boys have obviously turned it around compared to where they were when you first came in in October or October time.
Yeah, late September, early October. No, that's it. You have the good bond, the good care for each other, and the good mates. But we have to now take it up on our level to be mates and be winners. We haven't won enough games through what we're doing. We have emotion, but we need to have more about our play. We need more control in games, which we're talking about that. Listen, it's not. I know where the issues are, and I'll work to get it sorted. Hopefully, we'll help the club as well. But as I say, I can't fault the players. Have been excellent. And now, as I say, we'll have a night off tonight now and have a beer and celebrate the fact that we got the season done and contained championship football, because it wasn't looking like that early doors. Yeah.
I mean, that was one of your things you obviously said you wanted to do. I mean, when you came in, you said you wanted to keep us in the championship, which you've done, and it was one of the key things that you wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, that was it. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you, early doors, it didn't look like that because we were really struggling, and with everything, football and emotion and effort and respect, so we've got that round, and as I said, that's the basics for winning football games, and the players have done that tremendously now. So I'm delighted for them, and I'm delighted for the club, because the club have put faith in myself and the staff to get the job done. So that's what was done.
Yeah, obviously with the season being over now, you're going to have to obviously have a look at what you've got for next season. I mean, next season is going to be a massive, even bigger test compared to this year. But you've got the likes of Portadown who've come down from the Premiership. You've got the likes of Bangor who've come up from the PIL. It's going to be another tough season. But I mean, you probably know yourself what you want to do and what roles and what positions you're looking for to improve and strengthen for next year.
Well, the championship it's not going to change. Whoever goes up comes down. It's the same thing, Lockall were the best team this year. Portadown will come down and make an impact next year. They'll look to go straight back up, big club. But we'll concentrate what we have to do. We're now going to have 2 weeks off, then we're going to have a mini pre-season before pre-season, where players will be getting programmes from Andy Sang and Johnny Cummins, what they have to do in the gym, do some strength work, and then we will do some what we call repetition work with football, which is really it's leg work with a ball. So we'll do that, and then we'll get them ready for starting around the 19th of June. And we'll come on and we've got some decent games lined up which are to be announced. It's just a couple of dates to confirm. And we'll have a real good crack at it pre-season and try and keep this form up, because our numbers have been good as a club and a team, and we need to keep that up now and improve, get better. I told the players today it's 20%. We need 20% more all the time now, so, and that's what it is, because we've got a good base. We have to keep adding to it, and we're not asking for 80-90%, we're looking for 20%, and everybody has to contribute that, and I think they're capable of doing that as well.
Obviously, the short period of time you've been here, I mean, we've had a lot of highlights over the season. I mean, that's obviously the season's over. Just wanted to ask you today, is there any special highlights for the season you had so far being here? Has any moments stood out for you this season at all?
Well, a couple of games, probably Dundee away, where we came back from 2-0 down to 1-3-2, and the fact that we hadn't won a derby in a few years was nice. The Derby match away as well, we were 2 up, then 2 each, then scored later on. Matthew last minute, and then obviously the Irish Cup run, one at Uri, then going to Nord, notch up one at Glenavon that day, remember the
big night here against Larne.
And then the big night against Larne. That's kind of put the club and the team on the map now. People now start to take us more serious, but the players have to live with that responsibility as well. And listen, it'll help the players' profile as well, because a lot of clubs realising that the Welders have got good players, so that's what we have to do. We have to protect that, and I'll be sitting down with the players in the club and next while to make sure that we've got that healthy squad that we need for next year. And
obviously to try and build for next season, it's going to be obviously a headache for you with all these new players coming in and out and stuff like that there, but it's a good thing to have. So you came in at the very start and you had a job in your hands to try and turn things around, which you've done, and obviously you want to try and improve and build that even more for next season to try and push higher up that table.
Well, that's it, and as I say, the numbers is there. I think we're one of the form teams in the league. Since December, so we have to keep that going. So that's the thing now, it's not breaking that momentum. So if we can add to that, get better, the players that's here and stay, bring players in that's going to contribute even more, then there's no reason why we can't be an effective top 6 team, and who knows where that'll take us.